Oh my god, Brandon, look what we got in the mail. What is this?
Oh my goodness, it's finally here. I've been waiting for that. It's the mysterious tablet. It was discovered off the coast of Antikythera in 1901. It's believed to have inside this box 5 separate tablets. I think it's the Sisyphus, Odysseus, Heracles, Theseus, and Perseus, like all Greek heroes with like well-known myths.
Okay, stop. No more, because I want to discover these secrets myself.
But
Let's play now. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, so is this a puzzle that we have to like solve to get into the box?
well, maybe we should read it out loud so this way we can try to understand.
Okay.
Answer the final question to make the same discovery as Antiochus? Antiochus?
Okay.
Antiochus. It looks like 5 letters or numbers or both.
Ooh, look, it says don't be afraid to look up.
Look it up.
Oh, okay. No wonder.
Alright, so maybe we should have a phone or a hand or a tablet. Haha, tablet. You need to find something to do.
Okay, just so, I mean, this is not a spoiler or anything, mainly because I didn't want to get stuck on this for 9 hours. This is actually not a puzzle to get into the box because I confirmed it with the creator. We're just gonna go open this up now. Ooh.
Wow. That's like some serious hardware.
Woodwork.
Wood.
Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna actually need this later, so we're gonna put that on the side for now.
Got some styrofoam to protect the
Oh yeah, let's show the cans.
should we take them out now?
Uh-huh. So I guess these are the 5 tablets that he's talking about.
Oh, you could see them from here.
Yeah, it seems like there's some sort of like key mechanism that's locking it in right now. We can't open it. And on this side, whoa. It's not turning, but and there are gears on this side with words that can't really read.
Huh. Well, it looks like the.
Okay, but pi is not. Okay, so let's see.
Is this a functioning wheel?
Ooh, this does slide. This part here does slide. You guys can see on the side. Coming out a little bit.
Looks like different mechanisms we need to shift around.
Yeah.
Looks like the inside of like a key lock.
Yeah. No brutal forcing.
Oh, it looks like you can shift
quite
this way,
gentle
too.
with it.
Once you get the right one, you should be able to shift up. I got one slightly out.
Okay, but definitely no brutal forcing now. So if it doesn't come out voluntarily, we shouldn't.
Okay, so that one's slightly out. Does this continue to move? No. Oh, okay. That might be the last one. Yeah, oh, that doesn't move if you remove that.
So I noticed that the letters in the back for translation purposes are also in the front. So this could be a decoder wheel.
Alright. Do these move?
Because I do see the pi beam over there.
No, they don't move. So I think we need to focus on getting the tablets out so that we can decode stuff once we have it. So I see that there's also shifting on the outside as well. So if you're able to get one in, you should be able to get the others to slide. See? It's starting to pop out on the side. Now we gotta get these guys to come out. Ooh. So now we went back in. Oh, and this was in. Alright, oh, I got this one in. Oh, that one's almost in. Oh, I think you need to do one tablet at a time. Huh. Ah. So by shifting these in and out, it's letting this key get through on this tablet. I think it's probably one tablet at a time. So far, I got this far. Let's see how much more we can get out of it. Okay, this is not that one. Maybe this one has to go back and forth. Oh, there we go. Oh, so that one's starting to come out now. That one still has not moved yet, though. So these appear to be the only functioning locks. Oh, these aren't tablets. These are just the two panels holding it in place. Okay. So that one goes all the way in there. I guess this move. Okay. Ooh. Am I just shifting back and forward? Oh, there appears to be a 3 and a 4 on here too. 3 dots and 4 dots.
Maybe they have to be taken out in order. There's 1 dot and 2 dot.
These, I haven't seen the 1 dot and 2 dot yet, unless it's on these side ones. It's not over there. Oh, I just moved even more. How did I do that? Wow, this is some heavy duty. The question is do both keys go the same way? I believe one key goes one way and the other key goes the other. So I feel like the 4 should be going out that way and the 3 should be going out this way. So the key should be passing through. So this one should be right. This is the one that's probably what's holding it in place. So we need to get this key back over there. Yep, there we go. Okay, so now since that one's over there, we need to get this one. Here, all right. It's crazy how this was constructed. It's literally like, I feel like I'm inside of a lock mechanism. Or I feel like I'm lockpicking this box. Well, I'm doing my best that I can to lockpick it. So let's see. Alright, so if this is locked, then it must mean that the keys go the opposite way. And this 3 should be going in. If that's the case, then this guy should be coming out. So they have to work hand in hand with each other. Okay. Good. Here I'm sliding in. feel like this is one of those videos where it's like 4 hours later, still trying to shift this key to the side. So, I got this one all the way to this side, and there's a barrier here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you can see it. You can't go any further. But then that allows you to slide this one all the way to this side. And then this came out of here.
Mm-hmm. What's in the back of it?
Oh, so this was the locking mechanism, as you can see.
Like Tetris.
Yeah, it's definitely like Tetris. Okay. That's really cool. It locks it in place every time you move.
Maybe we need to look at the other.
Let's see.
That's what's locking is the place, the piece, I guess.
Right. And then we gotta get this one out, which should be either coming out of this side or which there's the other side.
That's why they were locking them in place. Okay. And the middle piece, can that come out now?
Can the middle piece come out? Why would the middle piece come out?
Because we have to get the 4 tablets inside out somehow.
Oh, 3 slides that way.
Okay, does that mean the middle piece can come out now?
I think Cece knows something I don't.
I really don't. I don't.
It's funny. It has the 3 and the 3, and it's saying the arrow's pointing this way, but there's no 4 on this side. Oh, maybe now?
Very cool.
Look at, there's the 4, the arrow's going down. Okay, so I guess once you go past a certain point, you know the other one is definitely sliding to the other side. That is really
So the question now is, how do we put it back?
That's what the arrows are for. Put it the other way. All right, so let's put this to the side. And now we've earned our right to actually take out the tablets. I'm gonna turn it on its side, and I'm gonna slowly slide these out. Okay, one by one.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing. So, Heracles. Okay, you have some
Maybe we should show a little
sliders.
closer to the camera.
Some sliders, which we cannot move yet, but there's like a message in script here. It's really cool. All right.
To discover later.
So let's take all of them out just so we can see what these look like. That's Heracles.
Okay.
Perseus. Wow. I know you guys are watching this on video, but if you were able to actually feel this is
amazing.
Look how thick that is.
Smells really good, right? Smells like real wood.
Smells like real wood. Look at the inscription, and yeah,
the quality is amazing.
Definitely. All right, we got 3 more. So this one says Sisyphus. We recently learned about Sisyphus from someone, another game, but that's why I'm able to pronounce it somewhat. But if you can see right here, there's a little ball.
That's a fun one. That's kind of like a maze.
We got a physical puzzle right here in my hand. And then I'm pretty sure, another passage.
That
Wow.
just sounds like half the work. Like I'm reading and you're doing the...
Yeah, Cece has her job cut out, and I have my job cut out.
Hey,
whoops, more stuff.
Thing came out.
One
Okay.
Theseus. All right.
Ooh. I actually feel like...
Is this bingo?
Whatever thing that just came out feels like it needs to be used on that.
Yeah, we'll take those out after we get this last one out, which is Odysseus. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. I'm so excited to jump into this right now. All right, so we already know kind of what we need to. They all come out. Okay.
Very cool.
Odysseus, and yes, another passage.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so let's go over the contents that are
Still in the box?
in the box. It looks like a bunch of little things. Oh, and writing. Oh, I guess this is how you would put it back. they actually have the names inscripted in here. Heracles, Perseus, Sisyphus, Theseus, and Odysseus. So we'll get a photo of that and then add it in here as well. But yeah, that's the whole entire inside of this amazing wooden box.
I don't even get the inscriptions inside. It must be like made prior and then.
Yeah, well, we definitely need to keep this on hand because it looks like we need to get some cogs to apply on here. But yeah, so this, well, actually, you know what? I quickly spotted one.
There's more. That's right there. The small ones are behind you.
Yeah, we just don't know which ones are being, where they're being
fit the
positioned.
size,
Yeah, this is really, really cool.
There's
All
another
right.
one, yeah, and then there's outer wheel.
Getting too excited with just throwing things on, but we don't even know which one goes where, but somewhat like that. Okay. These go over here. More pieces for that one. And then look
like
at
that.
this.
I like that with that.
All right, Cece's going with this twine with this puzzle here, so we'll leave that there. Break off, it says.
Oh my god.
Break
I
off.
always hate thinking if we're doing the right thing, but then broke something.
I mean, it does look like it's already pre-cut somewhat, but we're not gonna.
Ooh, those actually fit into the little holes.
Yes, Cece, I think this is going in here in the bingo puzzle.
Yeah, but then we can use a twine on top of it.
Yeah.
So.
And then we got some screws, which look like they go here.
Wow, that's amazing.
Right.
That's like IKEA like tools right there.
Yeah, maybe after this we'll have a brand new bed. All right, so we only have 2 of these, so just FYI. But it looks like it's some sort of wheel that would. Oh yeah.
So I guess we'll work on that. Which one do you want to start first? This is like so much.
I don't know. I kind of, you know me in jigsaw puzzles. This feels very jigsaw to me.
All right, let's do that then. Odysseus it is.
Or we can divide and conquer. It's up to you.
I'm not dividing it.
Okay, so let's. Oh, actually, I just noticed something else. Also here. All right, so we only have 2 of these. We cannot lose these.
Okay, I think we are ready to tackle Odysseus.
Okay. Wow, look at the quality on these routes. This is also, it says cog 11 and 13. Are there numbers on those?
No,
Okay.
but I'm assuming it's like, what is the letter that's pointing to?
All right. We might need to read this to give us some direction here.
Yeah, because I think this will tell us how to put it on. Well, what does it say? Should we read the thing first?
Sure.
Because then when you put it back on there, I don't know.
Odysseus. They eyed the Trojan horse with suspicion. If only they could see what was inside it, they would be happier. They began dismantling the object until most of the parts were removed. Despite their best efforts, they still managed to reassemble it differently. They were, however, satisfied that it had no more secrets left to yield. Okay, well, I already dismantled it, and we need to reassemble it differently, but it will be correct, because it will no longer hide any secrets.
Which probably means that you have to fill every single square. And then the circles will reveal the letters that will give you the answer.
Right.
So we're not reading the back first? I'm just saying, because I'm not sure first. Because once you put it in, then we know. Antichos? How do you pronounce that? Antichos?
We're going with Antiochus. I'm probably wrong, but let's just...
Had looked to the stars for as long as he could remember. As a young man, he wished to make a legacy, to be remembered among the greats. He had wondered at the orrery, as it had presented the sun, the moon, the planets. Could it be used for more? If he could reverse its path, could he predict the future? Try as he might, his designs would not work, seeming to always be missing a vital link.
Antiochus sought Athena's
patronage. The goddess of wisdom and craft would surely be able to help. Athena told him that the truth he sought could already be found in the mortal realm, if only he could piece together the fragments. Antikythera, lost in contemplation, returned to the great library to see what he had missed. So tablet, there's an extra O here, right?
Tablets, the Antikythera Tablets. Because there's 5 of them.
Oh, right, so that's an S. Okay, so something E, something E.
Here is so we decoded the front of the box, and it says, "Herein lies the Antikythera Tablets, telling the struggles of heroes against the monsters and gods in their quest to rebuild the mechanism." The bottom part says, "The pieces of the mechanism and the knowledge of its use has been locked safely away inside this vessel, waiting for a new champion."
And that's us.
That's us, yeah, exactly. We're the champions.
I hope so.
We'll see what happens. All right, so with this Odysseus tablet, you can see there's a lot of like jigsaw piece puzzles here, and a lot of letters under here with different paths and stuff. So at first I was thinking, oh, it has to be, you know, the letter ends up in the circle. Still don't know if that's the case or not, but what I did notice is that some pieces only fit in like 1 or 2 ways. For example, this one could fit here, like that, or it could fit in this corner, like that, but it won't fit in here or here.
Right, but if you rotate it...
If you rotate it, it also fits in, so that's the tricky part.
Oh my goodness.
So, for example, let's just put this here for now. And then this piece...
So we'll see you tomorrow?
Give me a couple hours, but this piece will fit there, but it probably won't fit here or here, and I can tell just by eyeballing it, it probably won't. So see how there's a long piece here that's not going to fit in the corner there. This won't fit here because it slopes down, so I think right here is probably where I'm going to start.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.
Here. And this one goes here. Ooh, K-A-P-P. Oh, that means hopefully I get it. Oh, yes. A, Kappa, K-A-P-P-A.
How many days later are we talking about?
I don't know, but I have a full beard and mustache. So, maybe.
Woohoo! Completion. So beautiful. Ooh, do you feel like there's like a two-tone color situation going on?
There is.
Very cool.
In the lighting.
All right, so we got Kappa as the answer?
Yeah, I am gluing this shut and taping it down. And solved. Heracles. We're on to the next one. Heracles faced the four-headed Hydra, all 4 heads approaching from the left. 2 of the heads moved to positions on the left of center and center, switching over after the second advance. another one of the heads swung from one side to the other where it remained firm. Giggity. The main head moved right but was blocked. It dodged right of center after the first advance, causing our hero to withdraw. This head skirted all the way right before the second advance. Once the head had settled, Heracles advanced on the beast, but missed and had to withdraw. He made a second advance before the killing blows. Oh, you got the four hydras, the four-headed hydra here, and looks like we can move these. I guess we're placing them in order, and then
once we place them in order, maybe we can actually take out that piece on the bottom because it says destroy.
yeah, hopefully something unlocks. But let's read the back because I really like this story. All right, the stories of Theseus were the first to yield some clue. As founding hero to the Athenians, tales of his adventures were numerous. During his encounter with the Minotaur at the labyrinth of Daedalus, I'm probably butchering this, I'm trying my best, he had found something out of place in the heart of the maze, a toothed wheel inscribed with letters. Many of the treasures of Theseus were distributed among the families of Athens, but this item was now stored in the library, the scholars being unable to infer any meaning from it. But to Antiochus, it stood out like a beacon. As soon as he saw it, he knew there must be others. Why did such a beast have an item in such an unlikely place?
We shall find out.
Dun dun dun. All right, so we need to get this board out. I think it's according to, yeah, exactly, according to the story.
So can all of them move this much, like as the same for all of them, or no?
They all move as far as they can. That's it.
So in that case, then I think maybe certain ones is for certain lines, because certain ones can only move one, and certain ones can move more than one. Okay, so based on the story, it looks like we have to identify which stick goes with what head is referring to in the storyline. So if you're looking for the stick that is going to be the head that swings from one side to the other, there's really only one option, which is just number one, because all the other ones doesn't go through the entire way, as you can see. Some of them just get stuck in the first, second, or third position. So this sentence here that says another one of the heads swung from one side to the other where it remains firm is going to be stick number one. And then going from there, the two of the heads move to position on the left of center and center. One of them is, like, the wording might be a little confusing, but one of the heads is going to move to the left of center, which is going to be the second one. So it's not in the center position, it's going to be left of center. And then there's only one other option where you can actually position something in the center, which is a fourth stick. And then in that case, then you only have the third one left, which will have to move for the left of center as well. Because that's what is set up here. The other one also moves to left center. So once that's done, you can actually now pull this upwards. Oh, sorry, not pull this up, push this upwards. Now you see the word advanced. So we are now done with just the first drawer. Continue on. This third one was actually the main head because it moved one position and it was blocked, just as what the story was saying. So it dodged the first right center after the first advance. So now we're in the second advance, right? It says this head skirts all the way right before the second advance. So we have to move this one more time to the right side, and that should be able to give us another advance. This way, which draws out. So once again, we are at our final step, which is following this head skirted all the way right before the second advance. So we're going to skirt this all the way to the right, and then we are going to push this up, that is going to be drawer inwards, right? Then we're going to follow this final step, which is once the heads has settled, advance to the beast, advancing 1. Then he missed and had to withdraw. And he made a second advance before the king blows. So this is the last thing that we have to do, which is advancing one more time.
Alright, and after that story follow-up, which I felt like comparing to all the other ones is probably the easiest one out of them, we have the password tau. And solved!
Alright, moving on to the next tablet, Sisyphus. Alright, this one looks really interesting, and in the beginning we were able to get these 2 screws, which were given to us inside the box as well with the 5 tablets. I believe that has to do with this for obvious reasons, but let's read through this. Okay. Sisyphus, the most cunning of men. He cheated death and Hades twice. Sisyphus was doomed to spend all of eternity pushing a boulder up a hill only to have it crash back down again before it reached the peak. All right. Antiochus, now in possession of 5 gears, set about decoding the knowledge contained within them. The number of permutations were phenomenal, but with determination, he reduced them, eliminating the incorrect combinations until only one was left. One indisputable fact. Once the incredible revelation set in, all of his calculations made sense. He could finally see how to culminate his vision. He could make the machine work. Its design was the work of a lifetime. Antiochus would not live to see his mechanism constructed. He passed satisfied that the astronomical secrets could finally be told. All right, so let's get into this one. All right, so right off the bat, I can see that there's a little ball in here. We need to probably twist these to get them out. I don't know where the exit would be, but let's just play around with this a little bit. All right, so like if I turn this, I got the ball to come out through here. Ooh, very fun. Oh, and then you're in the dark. Gotta play around with this. All right, so if I got it in here, I'm gonna have to twist this, and maybe it's a circle that will allow it to come loose. If I do maybe well, that's a little more than 180, but I don't hear it loosening up. So maybe if I just turn it to the point where it drops. Oh, not dropping, okay. Okay, so, well, it's definitely in there. Also, if I'm turning this, I'm getting, let's see. Oh, okay, so I need to get the ball over to this side because it looks like it will grab that and then turn to deliver it. Where does it? Oh, sorry. I see an exit arrow right there. So we need to get it over here. Okay, so I'm not sure what this is for yet, but let's work on the maze portion first. Right, I got the ball all the way over here. I mean, once you like get through here, this is pretty much straightforward. It's easy, but then you got some blind spots, and then from here it's all blind until you come to here, and the remainder is just, yeah, the remainder is just blind. But then when you get in here, now I'm going to swivel this around. See if you can see that. I'm going to swivel that around. Okay. And then, okay, so I got it to the arrow. I don't know what happens now, but I'm going to lock this so it doesn't come back. So once the ball is over there, it should not be able to come back. It should stay there. Uh-oh. It'll come, yeah, so the ball is at the end. It's at the arrow. Now, we need to figure out what this is. Okay. So, why did we need to get the ball through the maze? Okay, so it says a boulder up a hill only to have it crash back down again before it reached the peak. Okay, and then they gave us 2 of these. So I'm not sure if one locks the other and then, oh, wait a second. Does this connect to here? But why would they have the arrow here? Huh. I mean, the ball doesn't... Oh, it's gone. Oh, hey! Look at that. Look at that. It just dropped straight down. Huh. Now I got the ball over here. I'm going to turn this. I don't want to lose this, so let me do this quick. All right, so... Oh. Okay. So I need the ball in here in order to rotate this. Okay, but what happened? Oh, no. Don't want to do that. So if I turn that to you, does that mean I have to do it over and over again to keep turning the wheel? That'll be insane. Man. So I have to keep, no wonder the maze portion was semi-easy. I think I need to do this every single time to get it in here in order to rotate it to figure out what the next letter is. That is crazy. Fun, but crazy. Ooh. I literally just pressed stop and now I'm pressing record again because once I rotated the wheel and I let go of the ball, it dropped back down to the starting position, which means I have to go through this every single time to get in here to use the ball to rotate the cog in order to find out what the next letter is. So I jotted down the letter U because I'm not gonna forget these letters. I need to get it back around, get it in here, and then rotate this in order to figure out what the next, the following letters are going to be. All right, got my work cut out for me. All right, so after 7 times and, going through this maze, and like I said before, there's a start arrow here, and then you have an exit arrow up here, and then you have this maze, half in the dark, half not, and then when you get to the final part, you're just gonna get the ball, capture it like you've been doing for the past 6 times, and this is your last one. You're gonna rotate that, and then it's gonna give you your final letter, and then I believe we need to do an unscramble to find out what the answer is, and there's kind of a theme here, right?
Yeah.
All right.
It seems like we are going towards the Greek letter route, and for this round, the answer was Upsilon.
All right, and solved. All right, guys, so we're on to our next tablet. This one is Perseus, one of my favorite stories, but I'm gonna read it through. All right, Athena cursed the mortal Medusa with a hideous face and snakes for hair. Anyone who made eye contact with the Gorgon would be turned into stone. Perseus takes the reflective bronze shield from Athena and holds it as a mirror to locate Medusa. Walking backward towards Medusa, he turns the shield to keep a clear view of her, and once within striking distance, he cut off her head where she slept. Ooh, look at the artwork on Medusa here. Also, I noticed that there's the little diagram here of the screws that we were using earlier. Let me see if I have the other one over here. Yes, so the same design was over here, just to let you know that you will be using that for this puzzle. However, in this one, we were using it face down. I'm sorry, we were using it like a screwdriver. In this one, we are going to be using the other side. Okay, so let's see what's on the back of this one. The story of Sisyphus was of particular interest, a man who would risk the wrath of Hades, not once, but twice. What treasures could be worth that risk? Antiochus' instincts were correct. It seemed that Sisyphus had acquired a gear on his first dealing with Hades. Sisyphus recovered a second gear on his trip to the underworld, but he had tempted fate and angered Zeus in the process. When Hermes dragged Sisyphus back to the underworld, the gears passed down the lineage to Leda, then her daughter Helen, who was subsequently captured by King Priam of Troy. After a long, protracted war with Troy, Odysseus, a master trickster like Sisyphus, came up with a plan to rescue Helen. Hiding Greek warriors inside a wooden horse, they were able to return Helen and both gears to Ephyra. A lot of history in here. All right, so going back to this fourth tablet that we're currently working on. Again, we want to get our screws. So let's see. All right, it looks like we have a middle piece here that we probably need to unlock somehow. So we're not there yet. So I'm just gonna try all of them and see if any of these move or do anything. Looks like they're all kind of locked in place. Well, that's a little loose, but I don't think that's loose enough. And then, oh, okay, here. So with the top right gear here, looks like you can spin it clockwise or counterclockwise. So let's just see what happens when we line up the arrows with these switches. I'm just gonna keep going through all of them. Okay, nothing's doing anything. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Oh, this one seems to move. So if this moves, do these move? No, they don't. Okay, so these are all still locked. Now that I've done that, this one is locked. That's not a good sign. Okay, so let's see. Does anything move? No, 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 no. All right, so that probably is not the right way to do it. So I'm just gonna flick this back, and that should unlock this again for me to keep, yes, okay, to keep turning the gears. So do any of these other ones move? No. Okay, so let's keep trying. No, no, no. All right. Keep going, keep going. All right. Looks like, oh, so this one actually moves. Okay, so something else that I'm also noticing is that these switches are all pointed in a clockwise direction. They're switched down, except this one. But we already know that this one is probably going to be the last one, which is why it locked up, and that was probably the last one to do. So let's try doing it this way. So now I'm gonna switch this back, which means this is probably locked. Hopefully this will oh yes, see, all right, we might have something here. So now I'm gonna turn this to see if maybe this one will switch. So let's just keep going. All right. I don't think that's not fully unlocked. Let's see. No. No. Okay. Or maybe, oh, there we go. So you do have to make sure you line it up accurately so that you can switch that. All right, so this means this would be locked. Now, if my theory is right, I'm gonna speed up the process, and only if this thing moves. If it moves, then I'm speeding up the process. Okay, so let's get to work. I'm gonna work my way around clockwise. Okay, so as I was working my way around, I got locked up, so I started all over again and I tried a different approach. Now, originally I said I was working my way clockwise, but I think we have to go counterclockwise, which is part of the story of walking backwards towards Medusa. The other reason for that is because I think we need to unlock the 12. Well, first I needed to move the only gear that was able to be moved, which was this one. In order to do that, I was able to turn, which would allow me to start with this one. Now that I have this one, the goal is to get all of these to come out so that you can release this middle piece here. In doing that, you need to make sure that these are not holding it in place and 2 arrows are allowing the switches to come out or to shift over. So now that I was able to get these 3 in, we're gonna see what happens from there, because now that I have this able for me to move, I can work my way clockwise, but the first thing you needed to do was get this one out first, because once you come over here, if you didn't get this one out, you would have to start all over again. So hopefully my theory is right and we'll see what happens. All right, so as I made my way around, as you can see, I started to unlock the middle. I have one more here. So when I started to go back, I realized that there's 2 ways that you can do it. One way will allow you to keep this middle piece unlocked and then work your way back, which is part of the story of him backing up towards Medusa in order to strike and do what he needs to do. So I had to work my way back. So now as I'm unlocking this, I can go back to this first one, which will free this one up. Now that I've freed this one up, all I have is this one switch left, and in this rotation I should be able to get it open. Once I get it open, this middle piece would be free, and we are come on, we are good. Come on, where is it? 1, 2, 3. Okay, now as you can see, all the switches are off, which means this free piece should be free. And oh, there are letters inside. Now I just need to rotate this to get the letters that I need, and I see a D, an A, an L. Let's see, what else? An A, an M, and a B. Okay, so if you have been following what I just said, we have our final word. Cease, we have, oh no, sorry. We have our 4th word for the 4th tablet, which is Perseus, which means it's lambda. And solve. All right, guys, so we are on our 5th and last tablet. This is Theseus. And again, we didn't do this in any particular order. We probably should have followed the order that we pulled it out of the box. But again, I think you're just accumulating all of the different Greek alphabets. If you haven't noticed so far, we found Kappa, we found Tau, we found Lambda, and we also found Upsilon. So we are looking for one more. And this is the final one. So let's just read through it real quick. Theseus, bravest of the Athenian warriors. Theseus sought out the labyrinth to defeat the Minotaur. On his arrival in Crete, he met with Ariadne, I'm sorry, I'm probably pronouncing this wrong, Ariadne, who advised him how best to proceed. She armed him with a ball of string and a cryptic message. As he took a number of steps around, her words started to add up. Once in the center, Theseus overpowered the Minotaur and stabbed the beast in the throat. Ooh. All right, so again, like the previous tablets, there's little icons here that are just letting you know what you need to work with. This one looks like a gear, and if you saw in the beginning of the video when we were opening the box, we did get some gears that were inside. Which one is number 7? I'm not sure yet, but as you can tell, there is a little bit of a wheel here. So we'll figure that out as we go. And then it also looks like we should have something that looks like this, which is your twine. And then the other thing says 24 on there, which is probably piece 24. But it looks like this. So I'm assuming we break these pieces off because we are going to need to plug these pegs, these individual pegs, in these holes, and then probably use the twine to wrap it around the top to form something. Again, this is all speculation, but let's read the back before we proceed. Tales of Perseus provided the next clues, the greatest of Greek heroes, the original monster slayer. Under Athena's guidance, Perseus had defeated the Gorgon Medusa and recovered Pegasus and Chrysaor, among other treasures. Antiochus traveled to Mycenae to investigate further. Local historians confirmed that Heracles, great-grandson of Perseus, had also discovered a gear after his battle with the Hydra. Both gears were now in the possession of the king, and by sharing his knowledge of astronomy with the palace scholars, Antiochus was able to procure both of them. Further research into the other 12 great labors of Heracles yielded no similar treasure. Dejected, Antiochus had to look elsewhere. All right, here we go. Our fifth and final tablet. All right, so I'm noticing some west, north, east, south, west, north directions here. So first, what I'm gonna do. It actually tells you, because I know, usually we don't want to do something that we can't undo, especially when we're playing games that require us to use what we've been given. It actually says break off on here. So just as I bring this up closer, you can see it zoomed in. So they do want you to break these pieces off. Let's see. Oh, yep. Okay, there's one broken off. Usually we're very skeptical about these things because, the two-finger rule and being in escape rooms, respecting the props and everything inside. Try not to lose these. They are very small. You are going to need them. I'm pretty sure you're going to need all of them. So just make sure you're not doing it like over a sink or something. All right, so let's speed this up. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, and I'm guessing, is we have to insert these pegs, right? But it's weird because these coordinates don't really give a sense of direction. Like I was saying before, unless they are coupled together. For an example, because right now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now that I got all the pegs in, again, it definitely makes sense once you spot the big numbers and start from there, because you already know that it's a 9x9 grid, and if you can only count 8 steps and followed by an 8 steps, if you can only count 8 steps north and then followed by 8 steps west, there's only one way to go. Up on the right side and then across on the left. So let's just go through it real quick. So I tied the twine around the very first step, which was west 1. So from here, you're gonna go west 1. So everything starts at this peg. West 1, you're gonna go up north 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna go east 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna go south 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna go west 2. 1, 2. You're gonna go north 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. West 2, 1, 2, South 2, 1, 2, East 1, South 3, 1, 2, 3, East 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is where we kind of started in the middle. You're gonna go up 8, which is all the way up here. You're gonna go west 8, you're gonna go south 8, now we're up to here. You're gonna go east 3, 1, 2, 3. You're gonna go north 2, 1, 2, west 1, north 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, east 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to go south 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is the end. So now, I believe we can start to tie the twine in that order and see what happens. So, we are going west 1, so that wraps there. North 6, going up to here. After the north, actually, maybe I should just do a quick loop-de-loop to make sure it's in place. Okay. I do recommend you keep like a hammer or something to bang these pegs in place, because like I said, it's brand new and it is a little bit takes a little bit of force to keep it in there. Okay, so now we're wrapping around. We just went north 6, we're going east 6. From here on the east 6, we're gonna continue south 6. Right. And after the south 6, we're going to okay, so I was a little bit too generous with the rope that I started off with in the beginning. I'm sorry, the twine that I started off in the beginning. So I didn't have enough to get me to the end, but technically this should go all the way to this last peg here. All right, so now that we have somewhat of a path, looks like you would enter through here, and then imagine there's a line here. You know what? I'll just do this so we kind of have a somewhat of a visual. Try to make it look as clean as possible. All right. So if we were to enter through here and then we wrap around here, following this path, going all the way into here, ending up on that, I guess that would be 25. So, what to do with that? Okay, so the one thing we didn't use was the cog. Oh, by the way, you will have 3 extra pieces here, as they generously provided you this. Because like I said, they're very small, easy to lose. So you do have 3 extra pieces. Don't worry, you won't need to use all the pegs. Just keep that in mind, that if you do have 3 extra, you did not do something wrong. Okay, so I think we're all set to start referring to this alphabet wheel that we have here. And I'm wondering, like right down here, if you can see this, let me bring this a little bit closer. We have the letter A with an arrow next to it and a question mark. Now, because there is an alphabet wheel here, I'm wondering if we start at the letter A and then we go down the path, and let's say we count alphabetically from A 17 and end up on, I believe we end up on R. Let's just run through it. I'm guessing here, but if we're starting at A and then we start with B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, which is R. Okay, so R, and then we have to go another 17 from R, and we continue. I mean, it's a long process, but at least, you know, let's see if we can start to form something to try to figure out if we are on the right path, if we're actually creating words. So I'm gonna start jotting some stuff down, starting with AR, because it does look like it continues. We do have the ... at the end. So let's just see how far we can get. All right, everyone. So after a lot of counting of letters continuously in a circle from the last letter left off, in the beginning I was skeptical because my knowledge of Greek mythology isn't that strong. So, but I kept going and I was like, all right, it's starting to form some stuff, but it looks like Ariadne led Theseus to the heart of the labyrinth and spoke the word Omicron. So I believe the word we're looking for is Omicron. I'm not sure, but that is the translation of this entire tablet. So with that combined with the other words, the alphabets that we have, which are Kappa, Tau, Upsilon, and the last one that we found, which was Lambda. We need to keep all this together and somehow create the gears that go on the box and answer the first question that was given to us. But yes, this puzzle was probably the required the most work. the pegs, and then knowing where to start, and then finalizing it, and then creating a maze, going through the maze, counting the alphabets, and getting the whole entire translation down. Yeah, I mean, look at it, you can tell by all the numbers, starting from 17, going through the path, ending at 25. These aren't small numbers either, so you are going to have to do a lot of counting. This circular alphabet wheel definitely helps though, because I was able to just go through it and make sure that I'm counting as I go, getting the correct alphabet that I needed. But yeah, let's get everything back and put everything on the table and see what we can do for the final piece. All right, so I guess we're gonna start with this side of the box, because we have these different size gears with different amount of teeth on each one of these cogs, and we do have 5, including this one on the outside, but we need to figure out which one goes with which. So upon looking at this spiral formation here, I'm noticing that the alphabets are in here, but then we also have numbers here. So this looks similar to the inner part of this spiral. So if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so it's just counting, starting from 1 on this inside, going around in a circle. So if we apply the same thing on the top half of this for the Greek alphabet, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's actually slightly bolded if you can't see that. Like this sigma here is actually bolded. The T is bolded, the O. So let's do the counting. So we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, by the way, also these numbers here on the bottom, which is 7, 11, 13, 17, and 37. I noticed, because when we first opened the box, I was trying to figure out what was different about all these besides the fact that they're different shapes. Another obvious thing is that they have a different amount of teeth on them. So this one has 7 going around, this one has 11, 13, 17, and then we have this massive one that has 37, which lines up with what's going on down here on this spiral portion. So if we're going to count that and we go 7 and we end up here on this sigma sign, the sigma is an S. And if we look at all these tablets that are around us and just basing it by the first letter of the tablet, we do have an S. We have Sisyphus over here. All right, so just applying the rules to what I'm trying to figure out as we go. If Sisyphus starts with an S, that means that S is, obviously sigma, and then this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to say Sisyphus is this 7, this gear with 7 teeth. So with that, we're gonna drop that down over here and write that down. All right, Sisyphus is 7. All right, so let's put that aside from, actually, you know what? I'm gonna throw that on there. Then we go to 11, which is the next stop. 8, 9, 10, 11. From here, 8, 9, 10, 11, which is T, which is tau. So T, we do have Theseus over here, so I'm going to put the 11 teeth gear here. I don't know if it's 11 tooth gear, 11 teeth gear, but I'm going to put this here on top of Theseus so we know what to do with that when we get there. All right, continuing on to 12, 13. So from here, we're at 11, 12, 13, O, which was Omicron, which is Odysseus. I'm going to put the 13th teeth gear here, and so forth. And then let's finish it off. So after the O, we go on to 17, which is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, pi, P. We have Perseus right in front of us. So I'm going to put this one here, which has 17. And this massive one, by process of elimination, is our H, which goes here. But let's go through it. We'll count through it. We are at 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, which is H, Heracles. Bam. So now that we know what to do with that, we can then go over to the other side. All right, everybody. So now we can start putting the gears on and aligning it up based on what we know so far. So we're going to start with the outer one because it's the biggest one. We need to get everything situated inside. So Heracles, we know, was tau. Tau was our answer for that one. So we're going to align this arrow pointing in to T, because I did notice there's another arrow down here which is pointing counterclockwise, which is probably the direction we're going to rotate this. So this would only make sense to line this up with the letter T. So if I can find it, I will line up. There we go. So T looks to be down here. All right, so that fits perfectly there. And then we're gonna go, let's go to our next one. We'll start from largest to smallest. The next largest one is Perseus. And with Perseus, we have our 17 teeth circling around, and we had translated Perseus to lambda. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look for the letter L, which is right there, and then we are going to line it up with the arrow, like so, bam. Okay, now the next largest one we have is from Odysseus, which is 13 teeth, and we were able to discover the word kappa inside. So we're gonna look for the K, which is right on top, and same thing. We're gonna line it up with the arrow right there, and gently get it in there. There we go. Okay, the next largest one is Theseus, which is 11, and we were able to follow the path and do a lot of counting of the alphabets to give us Omicron, and that is our letter O. We're going to point the letter O down, line it up with the arrow, like so, and then we have our last and final from Sisyphus, which has 7 teeth, and Sisyphus was the one that gave us upsilon, and we're going to look for the letter U. So this is upsilon, not epsilon, the U, and we're going to line that final piece up with the arrow there, and bam. All right, so as I was saying before, you had one arrow pointing in and one arrow pointing to the side, letting you know the direction that we're going to be turning this wheel. And every time we turn it, I'm hoping this arrow will land on a letter to give us our 5 letters to answer the question that we have from the very beginning, which is answer the final question to make the same discovery as Antiochus. Don't be afraid to look it up. We're looking for 5 letters. So what I also did notice is that this piece fits perfectly into every single tablet, which is really cool. I'm not sure if we're supposed to do that when we do that, but I think the first thing we need to do is rotate this wheel. So let's go ahead and do so. All right, so as we're turning here, wow, this is so cool. How, wait, I don't want to miss it. Wait, did I miss it already? No, don't tell me I missed it. All right, so we started here, right? Letter T is down here. Okay, so we didn't miss it yet. All right, so the first letter looks like, oh, we're hitting an H. An H. All right, cool. So I'm gonna jot that down. We should be getting 4 more letters after this. So continuing on after the H. This is crazy how this was constructed. I mean, this is really, I mean, you have like 5 working gears here to give you your next letter, which is E. All right, I like it so far. And then continuing on. Don't tell me it's like Heroes or something without the E. Oh wait, did I miss something? No, okay. Because I saw the R, I was like, wait, am I right? Am I on the right track? S. Okay, we have an S. H-E-S. Okay, moving on to the 4th letter. Still rotating. We are ending on P. Oh, H-E-S-P. All right. And the final letter as we do our last rotation, E. Okay. Hespe. I'm gonna keep going because if it lands on H, it seems to be looping. So if it is an H, that means we have already gotten our 5 letters. Wait a second. We have an R. Okay, maybe we're just all right, let's just keep going. S-P-E-R. Hesper so far. Still going. Still going. Yeah, okay, we have a U. Hesperus. And Hesperus? Okay. This is amazing how this was created. Oh, and an A. Okay. I'm just gonna keep going. Who knows? I might be decoding gibberish, or I am unlocking something that I have never. Oh, and then an A. All right. Still going. You see that right there? We're on the end. We're gonna keep going and rotating. And on to a D. Okay, maybe, you know, I'm looking at this from a different perspective, and I'm actually spelling out a bunch of words that I need to break up. Because it looks like it's not supposed to be Hesperus, and it's supposed to be he, or answering the question, but let's see, I'm gonna keep going. All right, now we're on to P. I'm running out of ink in my pen because of how long this is translating. All right, going on to P, and then P going to H, okay? If no one's gonna stop me, I'm gonna keep going. H. Oh, yeah. After my experience with that Theseus tablet, I know better than to stop, because I might actually be heading on the right track, and this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Who knows? Yes. Okay. You know, the very first H-E-S is when I'm stopping, because that's what I started with, and I know, all right, I'm finally looping, but I have not looped yet. P. Or maybe this video will go viral for that guy who just kept spinning the wheel until he ran out of alphabets. All right, so look, we're getting a lot of PHs. I might be on the wrong track. Not sure. Please type in the comments if I'm doing this purely for your enjoyment. I'm gonna do one more. R. Phosphor. yeah, I don't think that's the answer because first of all, we were looking for phosphorus. I don't, yeah. All right, it did end on an S. And another P, which is probably gonna give me another H, and I feel like this is where we're. Now I'm just kind of having fun. This is. Okay. Oh, I'm finally getting a word. Looks like if the next letter is an N, which it looks like it is, person, then I might be on the right track. At the end. Going to I. Going to if. Okay. Actually, if I and F. Y. Brandon, you should have stopped a long time ago. Oh, no, we ended with a question mark. Personify is the last word I was able to decode. I am so glad I did not stop because if we're ending with a question mark, I feel like that is the question that we're trying to find the answer to. So let's break this down. I'm going to take a look at this and I will read it out loud. All right, guys, so what we were able to decode from using the wheel was Hesperus and Phosphorus personify. So we were on the right track, and it does tell you, don't be afraid to look it up. So I went and Googled it. I typed in Hesperus and Phosphorus, and it looks like Hesperus is the evening star and Phosphorus is the morning star, both on the planet Venus. So 5-letter word, I'm gonna go with Venus. And I believe the answer is correct. This was an amazing game. I still don't know if I'm supposed to drop it in one of the, you know what, I'm gonna cover Medusa. She's freaking me out a little bit, and leave that there. And then, you know, we gotta repack this bad boy. I just don't know where to start. But I'm going to try and keep it pristine because this is an amazing game with great packaging, quality material, quality build. And thank you so much to Don't Eat Puzzles. We really appreciate the experience of the Antikythera Tablets.